Okay, my friends, today we are going to learn something special about some books. We've looked at books and we've been able to identify the title of a book. That's the name of the story that we're reading. But now we're going to focus on identifying the author and the illustrator. So, what is an author and what is an illustrator? When we look at the names on the cover, that is what will tell us who the author is and who the illustrator is. The author is the person that wrote the words of the story. Look for words like by, written by, or just the first name on the book. Love Splat only has one, Rob Scotton. But if we look over at Froggy's First Kiss, it says by. That lets us know who the author is, by Jonathan London. And then it says illustrated by Frank Merkowitz. That's the illustrator. The author writes the words to the story. The illustrator draws the pictures. So let's watch this quick video to let us know how they impact the story.
Today we're going to learn about authors and illustrators. They create books. The author writes the words in the story. He makes the characters, the people in the story, and says what they do, how they feel, and what they say. In this story, the author writes, Sammy and his mom went on a walk. The illustrator is the person that makes the pictures. The pictures can help us learn more about a story. The pictures show us the setting or where the picture takes place. This picture shows Sammy and his mom going for a walk in the jungle. But the illustrator can change the picture to look like this. This instead makes Sammy and his mom going on a walk in the snow. The pictures can also help us to know what the characters in the story look like. This picture shows us that Sammy is a little boy with blonde hair, and his mom is tall and has black hair. But the illustrator could have drawn Sammy and his mom to look like this. Now Sammy and his mom are penguins instead of people. But the words still say Sammy and his mom went on a walk. The words are the same, but the story changed by how the illustrator decided to draw the picture. Now, let us remember that the author writes the words to the story, and that the illustrator makes the pictures that help us know more about the story. You can find the names of the author and illustrator on the front of the book. It will say that the story is written by the author, and that it is illustrated by the illustrator. This story is written by Donna Dog and illustrated by Penny Penguin.
Created using Powtoon.
I hope that helped you understand the little bit of difference between an author and an illustrator. So, can you identify the author and can you identify the illustrator? Let's look at a couple of books to find out. Here's the story, Olive, My Love. And if we look down at the names on the story, it says written by. That is the author of the story. And then it says illustrated by. That is the illustrator. This one, Franklin's Valentine, doesn't give us any of the key words. We just have to look at the positioning. The first name on the book is the author. The second name on the book is the illustrator. So we're going to practice being authors and illustrators, and before we get to class, I want you to think about some things. There are some steps to writing a story. The first thing we have to think of is an idea. What should happen in our story? Who is it going to happen to? So we create a character. Just like the video, is it going to be a person, Or is it going to be an animal? Is it going to be something real? Is it going to be something made up? You get to decide, and you get to begin their adventure. Where do they start? Are they walking in the jungle? Are they walking on the street? Are they walking in a park? So we have a path to represent where they go and the choices that they're going to make. So there's going to be some kind of conflict. If we imagine our other story from the video, do the penguins run into a polar bear? So this one, she has a choice of where she's going to go. And that choice will lead to a turning point in the story. Does she come meet some friends? Do they play together? And the resolution in the end. Then you're going to decide how you're going to illustrate. Are you going to use simple illustrations, colorful illustrations, illustrations that are cute, silly, realistic, or not? So my friends, the author is the person that writes the words to the story. The illustrator is the one that does the drawing.